The feud between A$AP Rocky and Drake is something I've talked about briefly in my videos detailing the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, but now it's time that it gets its own dedicated breakdown. If you've heard any of the songs in which the two are going back and forth, it's obvious that this involves Rihanna, so I'm going to spend some time explaining the relationship between Drake and Rihanna first to provide better context. In 2016, when Drake was presenting Rihanna with an award at the MTV Video Music Awards, he gave a speech which included how he and Rihanna first met in 2005 when she was filming the video for Pon de Replay at a restaurant in Toronto in which Drake had been working at the time.
The first time I met Robin Fenty, it was 2005. She was shooting a music video at a restaurant called Avocado in Toronto. The song was Pon de Replay, and the director of the video was Little X. I was introduced to her as a kid who played background music at the restaurant as people ate their dinner.
Pon de Replay is Rihanna's debut single from her debut album, Music from the Sun. A few years later, after Rihanna and Chris Brown broke up, it was rumored that she and Drake were dating. Then in August 2010, Drake released his debut album, Thank Me Later, which features the intro track, Fireworks, on which the second verse is about his relationship with Rihanna and basically how it seemed like she didn't want a serious relationship with him. Later that year, he was featured on the Rihanna hit single, What's My Name, from her fifth album, Loud. That next year, Rihanna was featured on the title track of Drake's second album, Take Care. In the music videos for What's My Name and Take Care, the two appeared to be quite close, which led to dating rumors again between the two. Then in June 2012, Chris Brown and Drake got into a fight in a club, allegedly over Rihanna. Then in 2014, Drake put out the song Days in the East, which was about his relationship with Rihanna. Then later on in 2019, that song was officially released on his compilation album titled Care Package. Fast forward to 2016 and they collaborate on the hit singles Work for Rihanna's 8th album, Anti, and Too Good on Drake's album, Views. Then in August 2016, before the VMA Awards show that I mentioned earlier, Drake surprised Rihanna with a billboard congratulating her. Then came the award show presentation in which he gave a speech about her before presenting the award. During this speech, he mentioned that he's been in love with Rihanna since he was 22.
She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
Fast forward to 2018 and Rihanna has an interview for Vogue magazine during which she was asked about Drake, and she would state that the speech at the MTV Awards made her feel uncomfortable and go on to say that they are not friends anymore, but they're also not enemies. Also in 2018, Drake made an appearance on the talk show The Stop, and during it, he mentioned how he had wanted to have a family with Rihanna. So as you can see, it seems pretty clear that Drake was truly into Rihanna, but the feeling didn't appear to be mutual. That's the gist of things between Drake and Rihanna, so now we're going to do the same real quick for Rocky and Rihanna. They met in 2012 during rehearsals for the MTV VMAs, and during the awards show, she performed her song Cockiness, during which Rocky made an appearance to do his verse from the remix. Then in 2013, Rihanna was featured in the video for Rocky's single Fashion Killer from his debut album Long Live A$AP. Also that year, Rocky went on tour with Rihanna as the opening act for the North American leg of her Diamonds World Tour. Over the years, they were seen at various events together, but maintained that they were just friends. In December 2019, they were spotted walking down the red carpet together for the British Fashion Awards, and then in January 2020, it was announced that Rihanna had split from her boyfriend, Hassan Jamil, and rumored that she and Rocky were now together. In 2022, they had their first son. In 2023, their second son, and in 2025, they had a daughter and are reportedly open to having more children. Last but certainly not least, let's walk briefly through Drake and Rocky's relationship, starting with him being invited to Drake's Club Paradise tour along with Kendrick Lamar as opening acts. That same year, Drake also featured on Rocky's hit single, Fucking Problems, along with Kendrick Lamar and 2 Chainz. Then in 2013, Rocky was featured in the music video for the Drake hit single, Hold On We're Going Home, from his album, Nothing Was the Same. Rocky in interviews at that point would speak highly of Drake and how he helped his career by bringing him on tour.
I really appreciate Drake and what he did for me. A lot of people don't know, what it meant for me to have him really support me in the beginning of all of this, because that's when it really mattered. This was before the bandwagons, before the big hype. It was just, he respected the art, and I really appreciate him for that.
One of the first signs of tension on Wax would be on the Drake song, Fucking Fans, from his album Certified Lover Boy, released in September 2021. On that song, he seems to make a reference to Rihanna with the lines, "You was at the crib reading stories that they sent you. Most of that was bullshit, but some of it I did do. Hard for me to justify the women I was into, especially when the whole entire world wished they had you. Then I locked the door that night in Vegas cause I had to. Then I had a kid even though I never planned to. I cannot imagine when your girls gave you that news." Considering the line about the whole entire world wishing that they had her, the woman he's referencing would appear to be Rihanna, as she has been one of the most famous female artists since she started putting out music. Then in January 2022, it was made pretty clear that he probably wasn't too thrilled about the relationship, as he apparently unfollowed both Rocky and Rihanna after they announced that they were expecting their first child together. Then in October 2023, Drake released the album For All the Dogs, on which he seems to make multiple references to the couple throughout the album. On the intro track Virginia Beach, he appears to make a reference to Rihanna on the intro of the song, as he mentions someone that told him that he could have treated them better, and makes a reference to a Parsons degree. The Parsons School of Art and Design is a private school in New York, and Rihanna was given an award from the school in 2017.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, Parsons. Thank you so much. Thank you to the new school. Thank you to the CLF board. Thank you for all you supporters here tonight. Wow, that is crazy. And thank you to the students.
Of course, this could be not directed at Rihanna at all, as that might just be some wordplay by Drake, but when it comes to these subliminal lines, it's truly up in the air and left up to the listeners. Then on the song Fear of Heights, he sends subliminal shots at Rihanna and A$AP Rocky on the first verse, as he makes a mention of Anti, which is the name of the Rihanna album, and says that the sex was average. Then ends the verse with the lines, "Yeah, that man, he's still with you. He can't leave you. Y'all go on vacation. I bet it's Antigua." Antigua is an island in the Caribbean, just like Barbados, in which Rihanna was born, and of course at this point, the man Rihanna was with was Rocky. On the song Another Late Night featuring Lil Yachty, Drake makes a direct reference to A$AP Rocky with the line, "I ain't Pretty Flacco, bitch, this shit get really rocky." Pretty Flacco is the name of an A$AP Rocky song, and also one of the nicknames Rocky goes by. Then on the track Red Button, which was featured on the Scary Hours edition of the album released in November that year, Drake made yet another reference to Rihanna with the lines, "Press this red button, dog, and everything forever changes. Word to M Dollar, she the only one who could maybe save it. Shoulda hit you first, but sis, you know about the shit I've taken. Niggas thinks it's sweet, but I'm not a diabetic patient." M Dollar is a close friend of Rihanna, so once again, another subliminal right there. Then on the song All the Parties featuring Chief Keef, Drake makes yet another reference to Rihanna with the lines, "Walk in the closet, got more chrome in than Stark, 40K a night to sleep with the mark. Guess it's time for me to cover the shark. Me and KD about to turn up the art." Rihanna and Drake had gotten matching shark tattoos in 2016, and Rihanna covered up her tattoo in 2021. Also around this time, when Drake was on tour, he would play Work as part of his set list, but would say he doesn't sing the song anymore.
Yeah, I don't sing this song anymore. You can sing it for me.
It sounds pretty ridiculous, but yeah, it's once again another dig at Rihanna. It would seem that Drake was quite hurt, and it's understandable, but the way he handled it definitely had some people looking at him in a different light. Then in January 2024, Kid Cudi released the album Insano, which features the track Wow featuring A$AP Rocky. On Rocky's verse, he makes a reference to Drake with the line, "These niggas can't stomach me, gotta go get a mandrake." The stomach line is a reference to the allegations that Drake got cosmetic surgery on his abs, and a mandrake is a toxic plant that causes stomach problems among other things if ingested. Do you think Rocky was intending for a double entendre there, or was it unintentional? In April 2024, Metro Boomin and Future released their second collaborative album, We Still Don't Trust You, which features the track Show of Hands, featuring A$AP Rocky, on which Rocky seems to respond to Drake. On his verse, he has the lines, "Niggas swear they bitch the baddest, I just bagged the worst one, niggas and they feelings over women, what you hurt or something? I smashed before you birth, son, Flacco hit it first, son, still don't trust you, it's always us, never them. Heard you drop your latest shit, funny how it just came and went." At that point, For All the Dogs was Drake's most recent album, and he had several lines on there referring to Rihanna and Rocky, and the woman that Rocky hit first is a reference to Sophie Brousseau, the mother of Drake's son. Then in May that year, Drake released the diss track Family Matters, on which the first and third verse are aimed at Kendrick, and the second verse is aimed at the other people he was beefing with. On that second verse, he throws shots at Rocky with the lines, "Rakim talking shit again, gas cause you hit my BM first, nigga, do the math who I was hitting then, I ain't even know you rap still cause they only talking about your fit again, probably gotta have a kid again before you drink or dropping any shit again, even when you do drop they gonna say you should've modeled cause it's mid again, smoking Fenny about it should've put you on the first one, trying to get it in, ask Fring if this a good idea the next time you cuddled in that bed again, she'll even tell you leave the boy alone before you get your head split again." A common thing people talked about around that time was Rocky's relationship with Rihanna and not his music, since his most recent album at that point was Testing, which was released in May 2018. Earlier in the day before releasing Family Matters, he also put out the track Buried Alive Interlude Part 2, which, as you can probably tell by the title, is a sequel of sorts to the track Buried Alive Interlude that Kendrick Lamar had on Drake's Take Care album, and he uses the same cadence that Kendrick had on the track. On his verse, he has the lines, "Took you on your first tour with us trying to catch a vibe, I was headline, you was standing on the side, brought you and that other hoe along for the ride." The lines are aimed at Kendrick, but it's also a subliminal shot at Rocky as the other hoe that Drake took on tour, as like I mentioned earlier, both Kendrick and Rocky were opening acts for the Club Paradise tour. Then in August, Rocky put out a single titled Hijack, on which he makes a subliminal shot to Drake. On Rocky's first verse, he has the lines, "Don't compare that pussy boy to me, feeling like I'm Sosa, Chiefy Keef, tired of them niggas sleeping on me, I don't like naps. Niggas fuck around and stole the flow and y'all like that?" Rocky says the phrase "like that" multiple times throughout his verse, and "Like That" is the name of the song in which Kendrick dissed Drake on from the Future and Metro Boomin album We Don't Trust You, so that would appear to be a reference to that. Also, Drake is well known for copying people's flows, so Rocky is claiming here that Drake also copied him. Speaking of stealing flows, this is going to be mentioned again very soon, and if you listen to A$AP Rocky, then I'm sure you already know why. Rocky ends his verse with the lines, "These niggas want my wife bad, the people want my next track, the coppers want my black ass, fucked up but it's like that." His wife of course being Rihanna. That line would appear to be yet another reference to Drake wanting her. Then that next month, Rocky released the track Ruby Rosary featuring J. Cole. On his first verse, he appears to make a subliminal shot at Drake with the lines, 10-man army scared niggas trying to crow with me, nigga want smoke with me, tell them push up Hercules, Hercules, tell them push up, tell them pull up 33, my mind obliques, tell them push up ambulance on the scene. Push Ups is one of the tracks that Drake released in 2024 that was aimed at Kendrick and others. Then on the second verse, he has the lines, "You a dead man walking like you barely alive, cut everything but the family ties, cut the shit, cut the lies, Word to the wise, who in your top 5? I don't get fresh to death, bitch, I'm buried alive. I heard a dog talking funny like it's Family Guy. Family Ties is similar to Family Matters, which is the Drake song on which he dissed Kendrick, Rocky, and others. Buried Alive is the interlude by Kendrick Lamar on Drake's album Take Care, and Family Guy has a character named Brian who was a talking dog, which is also a reference to Drake's album For All the Dogs. Once again, this is subliminal, but if you put those things together, it seems pretty clear to be a reference to Drake. Also in August, Drake released 100 gigs, which was 100 gigabytes of various files like behind the scenes footage and unreleased songs. On the song It's Up, featuring Young Thug and 21 Savage, he seems to make another subliminal reference to Rocky. On the outro he says, "Knocking off the name brand niggas in your crew, heard you miss your dogs, now it's long live who?" Rocky's crew of course would be ASAP Mob, who are well known not only for music but also for their fashion, and ASAP Yams, one of the co-founders, died in 2015, which Rocky has been clear about missing. Also, Long Live ASAP is the name of Rocky's debut album, which features Drake on the hit single Effin' Problems as I mentioned earlier. So putting those things together, this would seem to be aimed at him. Also, Who sounds like the noise that owls make, and the logo of OVO is an owl, so there's some more wordplay by Drake. Then later that month, Drake released the track No Face, on which he sends general shots at everyone he had been going back and forth with that year, which would be people like Kendrick, Rick Ross, The Weeknd, Rocky, and others. On the first verse, he makes a mention of people that he helped out by featuring on their song with the lines, "Niggas got lit off the features I skated on. I gotta know how you get lit off the nigga you hated on. Numbers untouchable, they got the data wrong." Like I mentioned earlier, Drake featured on Effin' Problems from Rocky's debut album, so he would be included in that list of people that Drake got lit, as he says. Then in August the next year, the film and soundtrack to the film Highest to Lowest was released, which features ASAP Rocky tracks Trunks and Both Eyes Closed. Rocky also starred in the film, and I think it was good, so check it out if you haven't seen it yet. On the first verse of Trunks, he has the lines, "Pancake ass niggas stay turning sides, cookie cutter niggas soda pop, yeah they Canada dry, fuck a fight, nighty night if we shoot the 5. Of course, that is a reference to Drake, given Canada Dry is a soft drinks company that originated in Toronto, which is where Drake is from. Then on the second verse, he has the lines, "BBL think they built, they straining when they training in the gym, they think they wilt. Chamberlain, can't name a bitch who pussy I ain't killed. You lame as shit, we ain't forget the muscles, they ain't real." That is a reference to the BBL Drizzy track produced by Metro Boomin, which was aimed at Drake and his allegedly fake abs he got through cosmetic surgery. A few months later, in January, Rocky released his long-awaited 4th album, Don't Be Dumb, and he sent shots at Drake on multiple songs throughout the album. On the chorus of the song Stole Your Flow, Rocky has the lines, "First you stole my flow, so I stole your bitch. I can't trust a soul, just my pole and my kids." Of course, the woman in question would be Rihanna again. Then he sends a shot at Drake's alleged cosmetic surgery again with the lines, "Niggas getting BBL is lucky we don't body shame, throwing dirt on Rocky name, turn around and copy game." He also calls Drake sensitive and a biter with the lines, "You just a sensitive nigga, still in his feelings, you bit the image, my nigga I had to switch it." He goes on to mention when Drake was booed at Camp Flognaw back in 2019 with the lines, "We take these boys to school, they try to Columbine ya. Word to Tyler, we see you bomb like Oppenheimer." Camp Flognaw is a festival created by Tyler, and also Tyler had an album released in 2015 titled Cherry Bomb, and Oppenheimer is a movie that was released in 2023 about the invention of the atomic bomb. Then he goes on to mention Rihanna with the lines, "Now I'm a father, my bitch badder than my toddler, my baby mama Rihanna, so we unbothered." Despite not mentioning Drake's name, this track is pretty blatantly aimed right at him. Stole Your Flow isn't a brand new track, as Rocky has performed it at both Rolling Loud and Camp Flognaw before, and possibly other times as well. So if we go under the assumption that this song is aimed at Drake, Rocky has been throwing shots back at him since at least 2023, as that seems to be the first time that he performed the song live from what I've seen. Then on the track Playa, Rocky takes another shot at Drake on his second verse with the lines, "Taking care of your kids, boy, that's player shit. One bitch, boy, that's player shit. No baby mama drama, no new friends, boy, that's player shit. Don't switch, boy, that's hater shit. You stitch, boy, that's lame as shit. Forever talking shit on someone else's relationship." While Drake is still rapping and singing about various women, Rocky has been rapping about and seen with Rihanna since they've been together and has had no kids before this, while Drake has a child with a woman that he's not with, hence the baby mama drama line. And No New Friends is a song from DJ Khaled's album Suffering From Success, which features Drake on it. Then on the track No Trespassing, Rocky takes shots again at Drake on the first verse with the lines, "Niggas looking jealous, see it in his eyes. Niggas acting desperate, you ain't gotta lie. I might move to Texas, roll around with protection, pull up to your section, hit him with that fire." Considering Drake was sending shots at Rocky for being with Rihanna, he would be the jealous guy in this situation. And on top of that, Drake had announced in 2023 that he was going to be moving to Texas, and he bought a house there. Some people also took some of these lines on the album to be aimed at Travis Scott instead of Drake, or to be aimed at both of them, especially the Texas line since that's where Travis is from. To be fair, some of these lines could be easily aimed at both of them because Rihanna also dated Travis Scott back in 2015, and some people have claimed that Travis stole Rocky's style. It could be a matter of killing two birds with one stone. Given the context, however, I believe a lot of these lines are directed at Drake, as for example, Rocky had an interview with DJ Academics, who is admittedly a huge Drake fan, and they spoke about his beef with Drake. Academics stated that he thinks their beef is over women, and Rocky agreed with the statement.
I don't know, like I think when I got with my girl, he just started throwing shots out of nowhere. Like I just woke up and just felt like he was just throwing subs and shit. And then nah.
It was completely normal and
bro.
I think y'all beefing with women, honestly.
I think so too, but I don't know.
But it starts before ring.
I don't know. Perhaps. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, niggas know how I give it up. Before my girl, nigga, I'll fuck your bitch. Like, that's what I was doing to niggas, you know, respectfully.
Rocky also had an interview with Ebro for Apple Music, and he asked Rocky about the beef with Drake, in which Rocky would state that he doesn't F with Drake and that Drake is too old to be picking on women.
For sure.
And I want to know that I'm kind of asking this as I want to know the inside.
Please do.
Is there really an issue, or is this wrestling where y'all are trolling us and rage baiting people to comment on the internet to promote? Like, is it a real thing, or is it just promo?
I think hip hop tactics and beefs is like WWF. It's like wrestling all the way, right? But this thing between us, it's not real smoke, but I just don't fuck with him. Like, right. You know what I mean? We was once friends. I feel like it's over females. I feel like he wasn't happy and he expressed that. Yeah. And I think at some certain point when everybody getting older and it's just like you're supposed to be moving on, for you to still be picking at a female and all that, that's soft to me.
So yeah, yet another rap beef over a woman. To me, Drake clearly seemed hurt and was getting it out in his music, but Rocky and Rihanna have multiple kids together, so I don't fault him for responding to Drake in his music either. What do y'all think? Will Drake and Rocky ever make amends? Which artist is your favorite? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to click that subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, and check the links in the description to follow on other platforms, and check out the Patreon page to become a patron.